IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Buckeye Toyota, the Huddle Tire Company, Park National Bank, and North Body Shop.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart. Tonight we're at Fisher Catholic High School for a big-time Mid-State League Cardinal Division battle between the Fisher Catholic Irish and the Berne Union Rockets. These two teams having met just about a month ago. Fisher Catholic won that matchup down at Berne Union 64-55 in overtime. And anytime these two teams get together, it's going to be a high-charged, energy-filled basketball game. And in that earlier contest, I tell you what really made a big difference was a little bit of emotions getting out of check, and some technical fouls happened in that contest. And I tell you what, I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Chad McKnight from Berne Union, as one of his better players got a technical foul, and he has a rule: if you get a technical foul, you sit the rest of the game, and that really played a big role in that game. But Fisher Catholic held on for the win after having a chance to win it in regulation. They missed free throws with no time on the clock, and then it went to overtime, and they just ran away with it in overtime to finish 64-55. The Irish come in 6-4 overall, 5-2 in the Mid-State League. The Berne Union Rockets are 8-7 overall, 6-4 in the Mid-State League. Speaking of the Mid-State League Cardinal, I tell you what, this is a conference where it's Harvest Prep at the top running away with it, but after that, the next four teams, it's a battle for second place. Harvest Prep right now 11-0 overall, 9-0 in the conference. And then you've got Fisher Catholic right now sitting at 6-4 overall, 5-2 in the conference. They sit at second place. Millersport having a good season. They're 6-3 overall as well as in the conference. They are only playing conference games. And then in fourth is Bishop Rosecrans at 7-4 and 4-2. And Berne Union in fifth at 8-7 and 6-4. So you see those next four teams after Harvest Prep, it's anybody's contest for second place. For these two teams, you look at their league wins and losses. Of course, Fisher Catholic 5-2. Their losses come to Harvest Prep and Bishop Rosecrans. Berne Union 6-4 in the league. They've lost to Harvest Prep twice, Fisher Catholic, and they coming off a loss against Millersport. The Irish, on the other hand, they are on a little bit of a winning streak, a four-game winning streak. However, they have not played a game since January 12th. That was their last contest. It was a 68-49 win over Fairfield Christian. And then the game before that on January 9th was that win down at Berne Union, 64-55. So yes, a four-game winning streak for Fisher Catholic. However, it's been a while since they've had game action, as they've had quarantine protocols that they've had to deal with a couple of different times this year, and they are coming off of one right now to get back into this contest. For Berne Union, they are coming off of a loss. Let's see. Turn the page here. Berne Union coming off their most recent contest was a win on Monday night against Fairfield Christian, 57-29. Prior to that, they beat Grove City Christian 67-42. So they are on a two-game winning streak heading into this contest. Tonight's game brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. It'll be Josh Burke jumping center for the Irish. And for the Rockets, it's Ian Staten. Tip is tipped around and controlled by the Rockets. Top of the key, it's Bray Friesen over with the basketball, being worked on by Nick Kruner. Man-to-man defense from the Irish. Kruner all over in his face. They swing it back around, left side, Brock Unger. Don't let his size fool you. He can shoot from outside. Unger's got a nice stroke from beyond the three-point line, even though he stands at 6'5". Friesner with the basketball, back out top now to Nemeth. Nate Nemeth from the elbow, his jump shot no good, and it goes out of bounds to the Irish. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday evening. Very chilly outside, but where you are sitting at home watching this contest, you've got to be nice and warm, and we're glad to be bringing it to you. Here's Kruner in the corner, driving baseline. Kruner kicks it back out. Bronder for three, and he got it. Irish take an early 3-0 lead, 7:04 to play in the first quarter. Nemeth with the basketball, he loses it momentarily, gets it back, being worked on man-to-man by Domenico Scott. Stolen away by Kruner. Kruner the other way, up and in. 5-0 Irish. And now they lose the basketball. The Rockets do, and it goes back to Fisher Catholic. On the floor for the Irish, Alex Smith, Alex Bronder, Nick Kruner, Ben Shaw, and Josh Burke. In the corner, it's Domenico Scott for three, no good. Friesner the rebound, quickly the other way. Friesner, nice job by the Irish to recover on defense. Here's Nemeth, dump it inside to Staten. Turnaround jumper from the baseline, no good. And a foul going to be called on Jaden McAtee-Gladley. That's his first. Irish basketball leading at 5-0, 6:22 to play in the first quarter. Here's Bronder being trapped and stolen away by Friesner. Friesner up and no good, gets his own rebound. Back loose on the floor again, and this time he puts it up and in. 5'10" junior Bray Friesner, and now we've got a whistle and a foul going to be called on Fisher Catholic after the steal. It's called on Ben Shaw, that's his first. Rocket basketball underneath their own hoop. David Hurst checks in for Bray Friesner. He's played some tight defense so far in this contest. 5-2, Fisher Catholic leads. Unger gets it in. And then the pass is stolen away. Bronder takes it away. Bronder, nice spin move on the baseline. His shot's no good. And rebounded by Unger. Now stolen away by Kruner. His second steal of the night. Puts it up and in. Nick Kruner with 2 steals and 2 buckets to give the Irish a 7-2 lead. Kruner, tight defense, man-to-man again. And the ball tipped and stolen away by Josh Burke. Here comes Burke the other way. Nice pass over to Scott, but it goes off his hand out of bounds. Sammy Amna going to check in for Berne Union, and Coach McKnight wants a timeout. As the Irish are playing some really stingy defense. Mentioned Nick Kruner has 2 steals already and 2 buckets. He leads all scoring with 4 points, and the Irish lead at 7-2, 5:31 to play here in this first half, or first quarter, that is. Smart timeout called by Coach Chad McKnight. He saw a little bit of helter-skelter going on. As you see our setup here on the stage, and our cheerleaders just to my right, doing a nice job tonight. Tell you what, it's a different kind of basketball season, different kind of feel. I made it in for the JV game, and it just was quiet, just felt different. It's good to see that there are several fans in attendance here, but mainly just families and a handful of students, but it's just different. You see here, typically this game between these two teams, whether it's played here at Fisher Catholic or down in Sugar Grove at Berne Union, it would be packed. But because of COVID restrictions, we are limited to the number of people allowed in the gym, so we are certainly glad we're able to bring it to you here with Interphase Video Productions. Inbound pass comes into Unger. Unger dumps it off to Amna. Amna's shot up and good from the free throw line. And now inbound pass thrown away. The lone mistakes so far that you've seen from the Irish are inbounding the ball in transition. After a bucket from Berne Union, they've thrown it away twice. So the Rockets are within 3 at 7-4, 5:16 to play in the first quarter. And the ball's out of bounds, back to Fisher Catholic. Here's Bronder. Passes over to Scott. In the corner, it's Kruner for three. No good. Josh Burke, the rebound, loses his balance and falls down. Now we're loose on the floor, and it's taken away by Shaw. Back in the corner, Domenico Scott for three. No good. And Burke's going to be called for a foul. Oh, check that. They did not call it on Burke. They called it on Dylan Winkler of Berne Union. That's his first. Bronder inbounds in the corner to Shaw. Now Kruner. Here's Domenico Scott. Now Bronder, left side. 4:35 and counting here in this first quarter. Kruner does a nice job just pulling that pass in. The high pass, here's Burke. Burke lays it out. Oh, I thought it was going in. It came out of the cylinder, and it goes out of bounds back to Berne Union. Josh Burke with the reverse layup, couldn't get it to go. Fisher Catholic now will come with some full court pressure. And it's tipped out of bounds. Either Kruner or Shaw got it, so it stays with Berne Union. Long pass inbound, stolen away by Josh Burke. Burke strong to the hoop and swatted out of there by Brock Unger. Unger stands 6'5" and a senior. We've seen him start since he was a freshman. Josh Burke, 6'5" and a senior for Fisher Catholic. Long inbound pass to Scott. Here's Kruner, now back to Scott. A little bit of a dangerous pass. He just kind of lobbed it. Little bounce pass in there. And it was tied up, and the jump ball possession stays with Fisher Catholic. Bronder in the corner to Shaw. Here's Kruner for three. No good. Josh Burke picks up the loose ball. Now back to Kruner. Kruner's shot's no good. Here's Burke and puts it up and in on the rebound. First bucket of the night for Josh Burke, who averages 18.6 a contest. And now we've got a whistle and a foul on Nick Kruner. It's his first. Nate Homan checks into the ball game for Berne Union. Coming in for Fisher Catholic will be Jack Tenza. As it looks like Burke might have some blood on his uniform, so they got to get that taken care of. So Tenza seeing his first action of the night. Winkler brings it ahead. Nice move. Puts the shot up, no good, and a whistle and a block going to be called on Tenza. Winkler, the 5'10" junior. Nice crossover dribble. And then as he went to the hoop, Tenza stepped across but got called for the block. Winkler will get another shot here as Bray Friesner comes back into the ball game for Berne Union. Second one up, also no good. Rebound controlled by the Irish. Bronder is tied up now, finally gives it to Kruner. Now back to Bronder, and he gets it across the timeline. Now Berne Union picking up some tight defense. In the corner, Domenico Scott. Drive, high off the glass, no good. Shaw tips it, but it's into the hands of Winkler. Now Scott with the steal and the lay-in. 11-4 Fisher Catholic, 3:06 to play in the first quarter. And a 5-second violation going to be called on Berne Union. Burke checks back in for Fisher Catholic as Nate Nemeth set to check back in for Berne Union. Mentioned in the pregame, as you see the replay here of that steal from by Domenico Scott. Yeah, just nice hands. We mentioned in the pregame that Fisher Catholic has not played a basketball game in quite some time. Actually, it's been almost a month, but you could not tell by the way they've started off this first quarter. Here's Kruner in the corner for three, and he got it. Nick Kruner, 7 points in the contest to give the Irish a 10-point lead at 14-4. Irish foul going to be called on Domenico Scott. That's his first. Homan has his shot swatted by Ben Shaw. It'll stay with the Rockets. That no-look pass to Kruner in the corner. There it is. And Kruner just sinks it to let the southpaw. Now the Irish with another steal. Domenico Scott takes it away, but then he has it stolen right back away. And then he takes it. Up ahead to Burke. Burke strong to the hoop, scores it, and he's fouled. Friesner's calling for the foul. That's his first. See some of the students who are in attendance here for Fisher Catholic getting into this one. Mentioned this always an emotionally charged game whenever these two teams meet in any sport, as Josh Burke completes the three-point play to give the Irish a 17-4 lead, 2:37 to play in the first quarter. And Coach McKnight already calling his second time out of the night. I want to say thanks to Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Checking some other games around the area tonight. All boys games in action tonight in the area. Delaware Hayes is at Canal Winchester. Harvest Prep is at Fairfield Christian. That's another Mid-State League Cardinal Division matchup. Another one within the county, a big matchup. Liberty Union at Fairfield Union. And Pickerington North has a tough battle at Newark tonight. So those are the lone games going on in the area tonight. Out of the timeout, it will be Berne Union basketball. As Fisher Catholic just completed a three-point play. Josh Burke made the two and then was fouled, completed it with the free throw. So it'll be Rocket basketball. They trail at 17-4, 2:37 to play in the first quarter. Inbound comes into Staten. Back to Nemeth. Nemeth dribbles it off his foot, but went right into the hands of his teammate, Louis Stevens. Nemeth trapped in the corner. Now they swing it back around to the other side. It's Staten, and he has it stolen away by Burke. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Louis Stevens as he reached in.
That's his first foul, team fifth.
Bronder to inbound. Coach McKnight having some words with the official down on the far side, looking for some explanation on a couple of things. Bronder will hand it off to Shaw. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Here's Burke backing his way in. Lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Berne Union's Nate Homan. Nemeth now has it stolen away. Kruner, then Burke. Here's Domenico Scott laying it up and in. Scott with 4 points on the night. And Kruner going to be called for a foul this time as he tried to steal it away from Nemeth once again. You got to like the sportsmanship as he runs over and helps Nemeth off the floor.
That was on the Irish number 5,
Here was the previous steal. Kruner tipped it, and it went right into the hands of Josh Burke. So with 2 fouls, Nick Kruner, who's playing outstanding right now, checks out of the ball game with 7 points. Kruner averaging 4.1, so he's well over his average in points already. 19-4, Irish lead it, minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Friesner gets it off to Staten, skip over now. 3-point attempt put up by Hurst, and it hits the support beam. It actually goes in the hoop, but that does not count as it hit the support beam over top of the hoop. Alex Smith checks into the ball game for Fisher Catholic. Bronder. Wide open underneath was Josh Burke, and he reverse layup and in. 7 points for Burke, 21-4 Irish. 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Hurst being worked on by Smith. Now Unger with the basketball. Still man-to-man defense from Fisher Catholic. Unger takes a step back, fires up the 3, no good. Burke tries to tip it ahead to himself, but it's into the hands of Unger. Now stolen away by Bronder. Bronder slams it home. Fisher Catholic with a 19-point lead. 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. Staten, his shot's blocked. Loose on the floor, here's Bronder. Down to 16 seconds. Kicks it back out to Domenico Scott for 3! Everything is falling right now for Fisher Catholic. 26-4 in the first quarter. And that's how it's going to end here in the first quarter. 26-4 Fisher Catholic all over Berne Union right now. However, still a lot of basketball to be played. Just an unbelievable first quarter played by Fisher Catholic. Look at that steal right there from Bronder. Just tipped it right away. And watch this finish. Got a little screen from Burke, and boom. So the Irish with a great first quarter, 26-4 over Berne Union. Keep in mind, this game, these two teams matched up just a little over a month ago down at Berne Union, and Fisher Catholic came away with a 64-55 win, but it took overtime to do it. And they seem pretty fired up here tonight. In the JV game tonight, the game that we got to witness here right before this game, it was, boy, I tell you, it was a battle as well. When I walked in, it was wasn't even halftime yet, and Fisher Catholic was down 20-5, and they came back and won that game 27-26. They held Berne Union to just 6 points in the second half, and they won at 27-26. So congratulations to the Irish on the JV win tonight. And right now, Varsity looking pretty good as well, but Berne Union, a tough physical basketball team, and I'm sure Coach McKnight is going to have them ready to go and not laying down for anybody. We begin the second quarter. Irish up 26-4, and stolen on the inbound, but he had to save it back in. Shaw did, and now a foul going to be called on Alex Bronder. That's his first. So for the Irish, it's Domenico Scott with 1 foul. Bronder has 1. Nick Kruner has 2. Ben Shaw with 1. And Jack Tenza with 1. So 16 fouls for Fisher Catholic. Here's a steal by Ben Shaw. Just did a nice job getting that near hand into the passing lane. And here's Burke laying it up and putting it in. But it's going to be waved off for a charge on Josh Burke. His first foul. Friesner just quick to the hoop, just beat everybody up the floor. And Bronder going to be called for a foul. That's going to be his second. And Bray Friesner going to go to the free throw line. So the Irish starting to get in some foul trouble. They've got Bronder with 2 and Kruner with 2. We are just at a couple minutes into the second quarter as Friesner puts the first free throw in. Chase Springer is going to come off the bench and check in for Fisher Catholic. He'll replace Bronder with those 2 fouls. Good look at Friesner as he eyes up the second free throw. No good, Burke the rebound. Shaw now will run the offense for Fisher Catholic. Skip it over to Alex Smith. And Smith's pass was stolen away. Sammy Amna just stepped right into the passing lane and takes it, and then he's fouled. Foul's going to be called on Alex Smith, his first. So Amna now to the free throw line. 9 team fouls for Fisher Catholic. Yeah, clearly a foul. Little stoppage here. I think the officials are double checking, make sure they got the fouls correct or something. The official's going to huddle up. Not exactly sure. It looks to me like, has a technical foul been called? Or maybe they called an intentional foul. That's the only thing I can figure is they called an intentional foul on Alex Smith. So that gives Amna 2 free throws and Berne Union the basketball. And Amna steps up and drains both. Makes it 26-6. Now wait a second, he's going to shoot more. So apparently there was another foul at some point that I didn't see. Third free throw for Amna is up and good. Typically when there's a technical foul, especially on the bench, you know, there's some commotion, there's a whistle. I didn't see any of that, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but apparently there was a technical foul on Fisher Catholic to go along with the foul on Alex Smith. So Amna makes 3 out of 4 free throws, makes it 26-8, and the Rockets will have the basketball. Here's Friesner. Friesner, very quick on his feet, goes baseline, puts the off-balance jumper up, no good. And then he steals the ball away. Domenico Scott got lazy with it and it's stolen away by Friesner. Shot put up just inside the 3-point line by Sammy Amna. He's catching fire now, 26-10. This is a 6-0 run for Berne Union. Here's Springer. Tried to get a pass into Burke. It's tipped into the hands of Alex Smith. Now his pass is stolen away. Now it's loose on the floor again. Berne Union picks it up. Unger for 3 in the corner, and he got it. A 9-0 run for Berne Union to cut it back to within 26-13. And Coach Brown's going to call a timeout for Fisher Catholic as you see this replay of the steal by Bray Friesner. Just a really nice job by Bray. He's playing some good basketball tonight so far, especially on the defensive end. 26-13 is the score. So far, for the tale of 2 quarters, as Fisher Catholic, after 1, led 26-4, and so far here in the second quarter, Berne Union leading at 9-0 to bring it back to within 26-13. I want to say thanks to our Interphase Video Productions crew tonight. With us tonight is Bob Campetti, Donnie Ziegfeld, right here at the table with me. And also, hey, it's nice to see Beth back with us. Beth Campetti sitting down at the end of the bench with us. She doesn't hear me, but maybe we can get a shot of Beth because we haven't seen Beth in a long time. So glad to have Beth back with us. And on cameras tonight, we've got Tom Russo on our floor camera, and up top, up high, bringing you the shots on the game camera is Will Custer. There's Beth. Nice to have you back, Beth. Springer inbound. And it's thrown right away. Domenico Scott was looking for the cutter, and the cutter wasn't looking. Amna gets it in the corner. Friesner for three. No good. Burke the rebound. 26-13, Fisher Catholic. Springer brings it up. Now gets it to Smith. Smith fires up the jump shot, and he gets it to ring in. First bucket of the night for Alex Smith. That ends a 9-0 run by Berne Union. In the corner, Amna for three. No good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by the Rockets. Ian Staten had it. Now it's Friesner for three. It's in and out. Ball loose on the floor. Amna puts it up and in, and he's fouled. Irish foul was called on Domenico Scott. That's his second. Nick Kruner checking back in for Fisher Catholic. There was that foul on Domenico Scott. So Kruner with 2 fouls replaces Domenico Scott with 2 fouls. And also they've got Alex Bronder with 2 fouls as well, as Amna completes the three-point play. Sammy Amna, just like that, has 10 points, and it's back to 28-16. Just a 12-point lead for Fisher Catholic, and it was 22 at the end of the first quarter. Now the Irish throw it away. Getting sloppy here in the second quarter are the Irish. Alex Bronder checks back in with 2 fouls. Inbound pass comes into Friesner. This Irish team likes to play really tight, close defense, but they're going to have to back off a little bit as Kruner and Bronder both have 2 fouls. Here's Ben Shaw. Gets it to Burke, gets off his feet, puts it up and in, no good, but he's fouled by Brock Unger. Did a nice job on the ball fake to get Unger off his feet. So Burke to the free throw line. 43% free throw shooter. No good on the first. Let's look at Coach Chad McKnight. Second free throw for Burke, also no good. Rebounded by Chase Springer. Springer has his shot swatted, but it's going to stay with the Irish underneath their own hoop. Bronder to inbound. Gets it to the corner, or the elbow to Springer. Here's Burke. And it's out of bounds. It'll go back to Berne Union. Burke thought he had it swatted out of his hands, but the official says he touched it last. Amna checks it in to, that's David Hurst back in for Berne Union. Here's Unger, long range three, and he got it. And then he gives a little look over to the Fisher Catholic students. 28-19, it's back to within single digits. Bronder gets it to Kruner. Bronder, spin move inside the paint, and he traveled. Watch how far out that three-pointer is. He's almost at the volleyball line. And then watch this. He'll smile over at the Fisher Catholic student section. Alex Bronder going to pick up his third foul. Kavanaugh Frank will check into the ball game to replace Bronder. For Berne Union, they've got Nate Nemeth getting set to check back in. Free throw up and good for Ian Staten. Staten, second free throw. No good. Rebounded by the Rockets and up and in for Friesner. 5 points for Friesner, and we're back to within a 6-point ball game. 28-22, 4 minutes to play in the first half. Kruner gets it out to Shaw. Shaw will drive, get it to Kavanaugh Frank in the corner. Now back to Shaw. Here's Kruner. Back to Shaw. Kruner in the corner for three. No good, and it's out of bounds. It goes back to Berne Union. Want to say hello and thank you to all of our viewers watching on YouTube, also on Facebook Live tonight. We are live both on Fisher Catholic's page as well as the Interface Video Productions pages. So we're glad you're with us tonight on this cold Wednesday night here in February. And you're seeing a good one so far. It's like I said earlier, it's a tale of two quarters as Fisher Catholic was up by 22 points at the end of the first quarter. And since then, they've gotten into some foul trouble and turnover trouble, and Berne Union has picked up their play, and it is now 28-26 or 28-22 with just 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. Colton Yeager checks in for Fisher Catholic. Ben Shaw out. It's Rocket basketball. Nemeth being worked on by Chase Springer. Now gets it to Friesner. Here's Sammy Amna, who's had an outstanding second quarter. Brock Unger now, turnaround jumper over top of Burke, no good. Kavanaugh Frank, a nice job with the box out and the rebound. Springer pushes it quickly up the floor. Springer drives and dishes, and Burke was backing away, and it's stolen away by the Rockets. Here comes Amna. Nemeth skips it back over to Brock Unger for another three, and he hit it again. 9 points for Unger, all of them from beyond the three-point arc, and it's 28-25. The wheels are falling off for the Irish. They led it 26-4 at the end of one. Since then, it's 21-2, Berne Union. I want to say thanks to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC. There's Brock Unger's dad there, Troy, sitting high atop watching this game tonight. So far, Brock having a good one. He's got 9 points, all 9 from beyond the three-point arc. Sammy Amna for Berne Union has 10 points, all in this second quarter as well. Coach Sean Brown and the Irish took the timeout. They're in some pretty big-time foul troubles. They've got Domenico Scott with 2 fouls, Alex Bronder with 3 fouls. He is their second leading scorer. Bronder averages 12.9 points a game. Nick Kruner has 2 fouls. He's on the court with 2. It'll be Irish basketball. Kruner and Scott both on the floor with 2 fouls. Kruner picks up his dribble, gets it to Yeager. Now over to Kavanaugh Frank. Quick dump inside to Josh Burke. Burke over top of Unger. Wasn't squared up on his shot and he missed it. Rebounded by Friesner. Here's Unger in the corner. Now Nemeth. Nemeth will drive, and a whistle and a foul going to be called on Kavanaugh Frank. And Berne Union in the double bonus. That'll send Nate Nemeth to the free throw line. Yet to score tonight. Nemeth will get another shot. Second one up and good. Cuts it to just a 2-point deficit for Berne Union, 28-26. Just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Domenico Scott. Somehow it gets over to Kruner in the corner. Now Josh Burke. Burke puts it up and in, and he's fouled. That was a big one for the Irish. They had only scored 2 points to that point in this second quarter. The foul's called on Sammy Amna. That's his first. So Burke back to the free throw line. They're trying to push the lead up to 5. Free throw up and good. Here it was. It wasn't Unger. It was from behind. It was Amna getting the arm of Josh Burke. There's a tip. A ball almost stolen away, but in the corner it's Unger, and he traveled. Yeager to check it in. 31-26, Fisher Catholic leads at 1:30 and counting here in this first half. Burke looking, gets it to Domenico Scott. Scott drives to the block, shot no good, rebounded by Amna. And a whistle and a foul going to be called. That is 3 on Domenico Scott. So now the Irish with 2 players, 2 starters with 3 fouls. Sammy Amna back to the free throw line. He's 4 for 5 there tonight. First one up and no good. Alex Smith checks back into the ball game. He'll replace Domenico Scott with 3 fouls. Ben Shaw also comes in. He replaces Kavanaugh Frank, as Amna will get a second free throw. Amna, free throw no good. Yeager the rebound. Here's Kruner quickly up the floor, and he lost the basketball out of bounds. .110 to play in the first half. Friesner takes the inbound pass. Nice pass over to David Hurst, and somehow Hurst got that one up and in. 31-28. Under a minute to play in the first half. Smith picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Ben Shaw. Shaw drives baseline, now passes over to Burke. Nice pass, and Burke finishes. Burke with 12 points in the ballgame, 33-28. Inbound pass is stolen away. Alex Smith. Smith gets it over to Yeager. Yeager goes up off the glass, no good. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Ben Shaw. That's 2 on Ben Shaw. Now Jack Tenza going to check back into the ball game. He has a foul. this goes on much longer, they may be telling their JV guys to go get dressed.
That was on number 10, Ben Shaw. That was his second foul. First up allowing for the Rockets.
14 team fouls on Fisher Catholic tonight. Free throw up and no good for David Hurst.
Number 15, Zach Tenza.
Tenza comes in, replaces Hurst, or check that, he replaces Colton Yeager. I thought he was going to come in for Smith, but he does not. Hurst's second free throw up and good. Four-point lead for Fisher Catholic, 20 seconds to play in the first half. Shaw being guarded tightly by Hurst. Shaw picks up his dribble, gets it back out to Alex Smith with 12 seconds. Now down to 10, now 8. Picks up his dribble, they gotta do something, down to 5. Ben Shaw, I'm not sure he's aware how much time's on the clock, down to 2. Shaw, shot no good, it's out of bounds, and that's how the first half ends. Just not a good end for Fisher Catholic because they had no clue what they were doing on offense there with just under 15 seconds, and they ran it down and did not get a good shot. So the first half ends with Fisher Catholic on top 33-29. We are in for an outstanding finish. You're not going to want to go anywhere. We're going to take a timeout. We come back, we'll have some first half stats, and then all the second half action coming away on the Buffalo Wild Wings Interface Video Productions High School Basketball Game of the Week.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Buckeye Toyota, the Huddle Tire Company, Park National Bank, and North Body Shop.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910. We're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
Buckeye Toyota, the hometown dealer who's here to help. Family owned for over 40 years and proudly helping with all of your automotive needs. We're honored to partner with countless charities, churches, and schools like Fisher Catholic High School.
I can't express how grateful I am to Buckeye Toyota, whether it's athletic, academic, tuition assistance, or even facility upgrades. When you walk into our school, you see the Buckeye Toyota name. Buckeye Toyota has always been there to help Fisher Catholic.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
Fairfield Medical Center took care of me like I was family. I was made to feel like I was the only person that they were going to see that day, even though I knew that wasn't the case.
Everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease.
I was there for 12 days, and I felt comfortable there.
We were people to them, not a number. They took the time to get to know us, our personalities.
Well, they saved my life. You know, how do you beat that?
I don't know how I could have gotten through it without them.
Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
Welcome back to Fisher Catholic. Your halftime score: Fisher Catholic Irish lead the Berne Union Rockets 33-29. It's a game of runs as Fisher Catholic led after one quarter of play, 26-4. But then Berne Union goes on fire to cut it to within 4 at the half. Taking a look at some first half scoring. First of all, for Berne Union, it was Nate Nemeth with 1 point. Ian Staten had 1. David Hurst with 3. Bray Friesner had 5. It was Brock Unger with 9 points, and Sammy Amna led the way with 10. All 10 of those coming in that second quarter, 4 of those from the free throw line. For Fisher Catholic, they've got 5 guys in the scoring column. It's Alex Smith with 2 points. Alex Bronder has 5. It is Nick Kruner with 7 points. Domenico Scott also has 7 points. And Josh Burke leads the way with 12 points. So again, your first half score, 33-29. Fisher Catholic on top of Berne Union. You're not going to want to go anywhere. We're in for an outstanding finish in this one, in this Mid-State League Cardinal Division battle. We're going to take a timeout. We'll have all the second half action coming your way on the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs. We had a great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice. Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up 4th down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you. The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
Buckeye Toyota, the hometown dealer who's here to help. Family owned for over 40 years and proudly helping with all of your automotive needs. We're honored to partner with countless charities, churches, and schools like Lancaster High School.
When it comes to partners in sports in the community, Buckeye Toyota has been there year after year to offer their support. Thank you, Buckeye Toyota, from all of us here at Lancaster High School.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the High School Football Game of the Week.
The moment that you're told that you have cancer, so many things were going through my mind.
I had this pain that kind of doubled over, and FMC got me the help that I needed, so I ended up surviving.
Fairfield Medical Center has helped me get through what was the hardest 6 months of my life.
When I first came to Fairfield Medical Center, she was probably having an allergic reaction. They saved her life, and that's why she's here today.
Dagger Law has been part of the Lancaster community for more than 110 years. This is where we live and work. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and all around town. We consider our clients as friends, and we walk alongside you through challenging times. Whether you're a growing business, a changing family, facing litigation, planning your future, or dealing with land issues, we're right here. We are local. We are trusted. We are experienced. Dagger Law.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Buckeye Toyota, the Huddle Tire Company, Park National Bank, and North Body Shop.
And we welcome you back to Fisher Catholic High School, just about set for second half action as the Irish lead the Berne Union Rockets 33-29 in this Mid-State League Cardinal Division matchup. We got an explanation on the, if you remember, if you've been watching in that second quarter, early in that second quarter, there was a foul called, and then there was some discussion over at the scorer's table, and Sammy Amna actually got 4 free throws, and then Berne Union got the basketball back, and there was no explanation of what was going on. There was no call of a, typically you see something like that happen. You see a demonstrative technical called by the official. You hear a whistle. There was none of that. So we got an explanation at halftime from Jason Roush, the athletic director at Fisher Catholic, who also runs the score clock. What happened was Fisher Catholic had a player listed in the scorebook with the wrong number from what he's wearing tonight, and so that was the technical foul. It goes on the bench. So it's a technical foul on Fisher Catholic's bench. It is not one that forces the coach to sit down. So that was what the extra foul was on Fisher Catholic in that first half. 33-29, Irish with the basketball to start the second half. Shaw looks like a matchup zone from Berne Union. Here's Kruner. Kruner had 7 points early in that first quarter for Fisher Catholic, then got into foul trouble. That was kind of the story of the second quarter for Fisher Catholic. They got in some major foul troubles. They've got 2 guys with 3 fouls and a couple with 2 as Domenico Scott throws it away. Quickly up ahead. Hurst puts it up, no good. Gets his own rebound. It's tipped to him, and he puts it up and in. Cuts it to back within 2. Ben Shaw, reverse layup, can't get it to go. Burke, the putback, no good. Domenico Scott, the rebound. And a whistle and a foul going to be called either on Amna or Friesner. They get it on Friesner. That's his second. So it'll be Irish basketball underneath their own hoop, or check that, kind of in the corner. Bronder to check it in. You see right in front of us. As there's the replay and the foul. And now another foul going to be called. It's a shooting foul. And they call it on 15. That's Ian Staten. So at the free throw line is Domenico Scott. Scott, a 66.7% free throw shooter. No good. He lost his focus on that one. He took his dribbles, and then he turned his head. He heard his player, his teammate, Bronder, talking to some of his other teammates, and Scott turned away, and he just lost his focus on that first free throw. Second one up, and also no good. Rebounded by the Rockets with a chance to tie or take a lead, the first one of the night. Ball tipped from behind and stolen away. Up ahead, it's Ben Shaw. Shaw has it tipped. Domenico Scott's layup no good, rebounded by the Rockets. Here comes Amna. Almost stolen away by Kruner from behind. Amna picks up his dribble. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Ben Shaw. That's his third. So now Fisher Catholic with Scott, Bronder, and Shaw with 3 fouls. Kruner with 2.
Irish fouls on number 10, Ben Shaw, his third.
Amna inbounds it to Friesner. Friesner drives, puts the shot up, no good. Unger the rebound. His put back good, and we're tied. 11 points in the game for Brock Unger. We're tied up at 33. Kruner in the corner to Bronder, now to Burke. Burke had his shot blocked by Unger. Into the hands of Hurst. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Domenico Scott. That's 4. And he needs to control his emotions or he's going to get his 5th foul. Alex Smith checks in for Fisher Catholic.
And for the Irish, number 3, Alex Smith.
Inbound pass. Comes in to Staten, out of the corner to Hurst, now back to Friesner. Good defense by Kruner. Now Staten, turnaround jumper from the block, no good. Burke the rebound. Bronder being worked on by Friesner. Kicks it back out. Alex Smith for 3. Top of the key, no good. Nobody there for the rebound except for Sammy Amna. And a timeout going to be called as Sammy Amna was tied up right before the timeline. And Coach Chad McKnight calls a timeout. 30-second timeout for Berne Union. With 5:26 to play in the third quarter, we are tied up at 33. I want to say thanks to Larry Tipton and the gang at Buffalo Wild Wings for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive. Open for dine-in or carry-out from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friesner went running off the court during that timeout. Appears to be sick. He was holding his stomach, and now an assistant coach follows him, and that would be a big loss if they lose him for any amount of time. He hasn't. He's got 5 points, which is not a lot, but he's played a tremendous role for this Berne Union team, both offensively and defensively. It'll be Rocket basketball out of the timeout. Amna to inbound, gets it into Nemeth. Nemeth replaces Friesner. Dump it into Unger at the block. His shot up and good over top of Bronder. Not much Bronder could do with 4 fouls. And the Rockets with their first lead of the night, 35-33. Smith dumps it to the corner to Kruner. Back out to Bronder. Bronder drives, puts a shot up over top of Nemeth, no good. Back for 3 from Shaw, no good. Burke tries to tip it in, no good. And here come the Rockets. Ball tipped from Shaw to Kruner. Kruner puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Amna. Amna goes coast to coast. Couldn't get the shot, but Unger's there for the putback. 15 points for Brock Unger. And the Rockets lead at 37-33. Here's Smith. To Shaw, and his pass stolen away. Irish getting sloppy. Smith now tips it out of bounds. It'll stay with Berne Union. Watch this putback from Brock Unger here. Sammy Amna couldn't get his shot to go. It was actually blocked by Burke. But right there, Johnny on the spot was Brock Unger for the putback, and 15 points. And you see over in the corner there, Danny Snively, the athletic director. I want to say thanks to him from Berne Union. Cheering on his crew as they lead it right now, 37-33, 4:05 to play in the third. Nemeth, the circus shot, got it to go. His third point of the night, 39-33. Alex Smith for 3 in the corner, no good. Kruner fights for the rebound, gets it back out to Shaw. Shaw's running jumper, no good, and out of bounds. It'll stay with Fisher Catholic. since opening this game with a 26-4 lead at the end of the first quarter, Berne Union is currently on a 35-7 run to lead at 39-33. That's unheard of. Stolen away by Unger. Just a bad pass over to Burke. Unger takes it away and takes it to the hoop. No good, but he's fouled. Alex Smith called for it. That's his second. Unger's first free throw good. Jack Tenza checks in for Fisher Catholic. And coming in for Berne Union is number 3, Dylan Winkler. Second free throw for Unger, also good. 37-7 run for Berne Union. They lead at 41-33. Bronder back out to Kruner. Now here's Burke. Long pass over to Bronder. Bronder tips it to the corner to Shaw. Now back to Bronder. Berne Union picking up some tight defense now. Here's Bronder, pumps it up and good. First bucket of the second half for Fisher Catholic comes with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Whistle and a player control foul going to be called on Nate Nemeth. (41-35). Berne Union with the lead. Fisher Catholic with the basketball. Here's Bronder to Kruner. And Burke couldn't handle the pass. It goes into the hands of Shaw. His layup no good, tipped out of bounds, and it will go back to Berne Union. Looked like it went off of Berne Union's hand, but they will give it back to the Rockets as Willie Stevens checks in. You see the replay there, that nice shot from Bronder to end the drought. In the corner, three-point attempt put up and in. Jaden McAtee Gladley with the three. 44-35, largest lead of the night for Berne Union, 9 points. Bronder dumps it to the corner. Shaw thought about the three, doesn't take it. Kruner will, in and out. Jack Tenza the rebound. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Brown as he saw Tenza kind of tied up underneath his basket.
This will be a full timeout for the Irish. 44-35 is the score. A 39-9 run for Berne Union after the end of the first quarter. Check in on some teams around the area. Lancaster boys picked up a big victory last night. They raised their overall record to 9-4. They are 1-4 in the OCC. Fairfield Union is 4-6 and 3-2. Amanda Clear Creek 4-10, 2-7. Millersport's having a pretty good year in the Mid-State League, 6-3 overall and in the league. Fairfield Christian is 1-8 and 1-6 in the league. Bloom Carroll 10-5. They're off to a good start as well, 7-2 in the Mid-State League Buckeye. Liberty Union is 8-6 and 4-3. Canal Winchester 6-5 and 5-3. Harvest Prep is just running away with the Mid-State League Cardinal. They are 11-0 overall, 9-0 in the Mid-State League Cardinal. Pick Central, after a slow start, they've picked it up, and they are 9-4 overall, 7-0 in the OCC. And Pickerington North is 8-3 overall and 5-2 in their division of the OCC. We'll check girls' records on the next stoppage of play. 44-35, Rockets on top of the Irish, 2:04 to play in the third quarter. Ben Shaw to inbound, gets it into Bronder. Bronder will just spot up for three, no good. Nobody there for the backside rebound except for Dylan Winkler. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Nick Kruner.
That's going to be 3 on Nick. So now the Irish have Domenico Scott with 4. Kavanaugh Frank has 1. Alex Smith with 2. Alex Bronder has 3. Kruner has 3. So they've got some major foul trouble. Louis Stevens with the basketball for the Rockets. Looking, needs to get rid of it. Finally does so, and it's almost stolen away. A little bit of little craziness going on the other end of the floor as Coach McKnight calls the timeout for the Rockets. Let's check some girls' records from around the area. The Fisher Catholic girls off to a good start, but that's a team that's been bitten by the COVID bug. They've been on quarantine 3 times this season. They are 8-2 overall, 3-1 in the league. As you see the replay of that last possession that ended in a Coach McKnight timeout. The Berne Union Lady Rockets, I tell you what, they are, you talk about a good basketball team, 17-1 overall, 8-0 in the Mid-State League Cardinal, and up to number 2 in the state in Division 4. The Lancaster girls, 6-11, 3-4 in the OCC. Fairfield Union is having a great year so far. Coach Travis Schaefer, we were expecting to see them last night, but that game got snowed out at Bloom Carroll. They are 7-1 overall, 5-0 in the Mid-State League Buckeye. Amanda Clear Creek 1-11 and 1-9. Millersport is 0-6 overall, 0-4 in their league. Fairfield Christian 2-4. Bloom Carroll is 8-7. It is Liberty Union at 4-5 overall, 3-2 in their division of the Mid-State League. Canal Winchester's 3-6. Harvest Prep in this Mid-State League Cardinal 6-5 overall, 1-4 in the league. Pick Central 5-6 overall, 2-3 in the OCC, and Pickerington North 6-10 overall and 5-2 in their division of the OCC. So once again, these 2 teams here, Fisher Catholic and Berne Union, both boys and girls, having a pretty good year. The boys, these boys teams are battling for second place as Harvest Prep running away with first place, but 4 teams all set are in play for second place. And on the girls' side, it's pretty much the Berne Union show as they're running away with it. 17-1 overall, 8-0 in the league. And then it's Fisher Catholic at 8-2 and 3-1 in the league. Their lone loss to Berne Union. Kick basketball will keep it with Berne Union. Minute and 33 to play in the third quarter. Dump inside, it's loose and stolen away by Nick Kruner. Bronder, backdoor cut by Shaw, couldn't finish it. Winkler brings it ahead for the Rockets. Gets it up to Stevens, thought about the 3, doesn't take it, gets it back to Winkler. Rockets getting some of their starters a break, and these guys that are on the court are playing hard and doing a nice job as Louis Stevens puts it up and in. (46-35), 11-point lead for Berne Union, and a whistle and a foul going to be called on Dylan Winkler. That's his second. Bronder to inbound. They did not call that foul on Winkler. They called it on number 10, McAtee Gladley. And we've got a whistle and an offensive foul going to be called on Ben Shaw. That is his 4th. So Coach Brown going to put Domenico Scott into the ball game, who has 4 fouls, for Ben Shaw, who has 4 fouls. (46-35), Rockets with the lead in the basketball. 37 seconds to play in the third quarter. Here's Friesner, who's back into the ball game for the Rockets.
Friesner back out to Nemeth. Now down to Nate Homan. Back to Nemeth. Skips it to the corner. Louis Stevens for three. No good. Rebound and putback is swatted away by Josh Burke. And then Nick Kruner is fouled by McAtee Gladley. So it'll be Fisher Catholic basketball in front of the Berne Union bench. 8 seconds on the clock. I'm not sure Bronder's aware. Down to 6, down to 5, down to 3. And he's going to fire one up from the volleyball line. He had plenty of time to drive closer, but he elects to just walk it up and throw one up from the volleyball line. Things falling apart for the Irish as they trail at 46-35 at the end of 3. Berne Union doing a nice job both offensively and defensively. We want to say thank you to Park National Bank. Strong communities are built with local volunteers, donations, and leadership. For more than 100 years, Park National Bank has been invested in the success of our customers and communities. From personal connections to large-scale partnerships, we strive to create a positive outcome for individuals, families, neighborhoods, and cities, and everything in between. Park National Bank is proud to support high school sports. So at the end of the third quarter, the Berne Union Rockets lead at 46-35. And the Irish have scored just 9 points since scoring 26 in the first quarter. It is a 42-9 run for Berne Union from the second quarter until now. You heard that right, 42-9. So the Irish trail by 11, 46-35, 8 minutes to go in this one. Final quarter of play. It'll be Rocket basketball. Staten to inbound. Gets it in the corner to Nemeth. Quick pass inside. Jack Tenza, nice strong defense, but how in the world did Nate Homan get that one to go? Falling away, just kind of threw it up and it goes in. 48-35 Rockets. Here's Tenza strong to the hoop. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Rockets. Ian Staten with it. Stolen away by Bronder. Now to Kruner. Back to Bronder in the corner. He drives baseline. Stops. Skip pass over to Domenico Scott. Running jumper, no good. Scott got his own rebound. Falling away, puts that one up, but he's fouled. Watch this play right here by Nate Homan. Tenza, I mean, he just standing there straight up, and somehow Homan, as he's falling away, kisses it off the glass. And even he was shocked by it. You saw him going away like, what? Did I make that? Domenico Scott, free throw up and good. His first point of the second half. Second one, no good. Nemeth quickly the other way and can't get it in to Homan. It goes out of bounds back to Fisher Catholic. Inbound pass comes into Kruner. Bronder gets it to Kruner. Back into the corner to Bronder. Now to Josh Burke. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Nate Homan. That's his second. We'll send Josh Burke back to the free throw line. Here you'll see it. He was a little bit too far underneath the hoop, so he's lucky he got fouled there. First free throw up and no good. Burke with 12 points in the contest, all of those coming in the first half. In fact, the Irish have only scored 3 points in the second half. Or no, check that. They've scored 10 points in the second half.
Stolen away by Bronder. Now stolen back away by the Rockets. Now Bronder going to pick up his 4th foul. Yeah, the Irish, I was correct the first time. They have only scored 3 points here in the second half. They led at 33-29 at halftime. Here's Unger, puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Rockets. High up and off, almost off. I thought he was going to kiss it off the glass, but he didn't. David Hurst just lays one high up and in, 50-36, 14-point lead for Berne Union. There's a turnaround jumper in for Bronder. 50-38. Scott and Bronder both with 4 fouls out there. Ben Shaw also with 4 fouls. He's on the bench. Kruner has 3. And a whistle and a traveling violation going to be called on McAtee Gladley. Watch this shot right here by David Hurst. I mean, that went way up. That brought some snow down with it. But he got it to go. And that's his 7th point of the ball game. Rockets lead at 50-38, 6:01 to play in the 4th quarter. Bronder hands it to Burke. Now back to Kruner. Bronder spins to the elbow, gets it back to Kruner. Not a lot of movement offensively. Nobody's getting open. Good defense by Berne Union. Skip pass is tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with Fisher Catholic. Bronder will inbound it. Gets it into Tenza. Now takes it right back. And inside to Domenico Scott. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Sammy Amna. That's just an unfortunate foul for him. There was nothing he could do about it. He was laying on the floor. But when a player trips over you, they have to call the foul on you. And so Domenico Scott going to go to the free throw line and shoot 1 and 1. First one up and no good. Ball was tipped by Josh Burke into the hands of Bronder. His shot no good. Burke falling down, and it's taken away by Friesner. Friesner quickly up the floor, and he's going to be fouled, and Bronder's going to be done. So Alex Bronder will finish with 9 points in the game as he fouls out. So Ben Shaw checks back into the ball game for Bronder as Friesner misses the first free throw. Second one up and also no good. Burke couldn't control the rebound and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Berne Union. Inbound pass comes into Amna. And Berne Union now looks like they're going to slow it down, work some time. They lead it by 12 with 4:58 to play in the ball game. Here's Friesner. They'll kick it over to Amna. Had plenty of time for the shot, couldn't get it to go. Ball loose, and it will go back to Fisher Catholic. Scott gets it back to Crooner. In the corner, it's Burke. Now back to Ben Shaw. Domenico Scott fires up a long-range three, no good. Brock Unger the rebound. Quickly up ahead come the Rockets. Friesner, skip pass is tipped, and it goes out of bounds. And they'll say it goes off of Berne Union, back to Fisher Catholic. Scott is going to be fouled by Friesner. So Domenico Scott back to the free throw line for Fisher Catholic. He's got 8 points in the ball game. One of those from the free throw line. And his free throw no good. Rockets with the rebound and the whistle, and the pass is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Berne Union. Here's Friesner. Friesner has a wide open lane, takes it to the hoop, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul. Nice job by Jack Tenza taking the charge. That's going to be 4 on Bray Friesner. Watch Jack Tenza. He'll just slide over, get set, and take the charge. Nice backdoor cut. Burke tried to go up for the slam. Getting a little chippy underneath the hoop. And the ball got stuck in the rim, so it officially goes as a jump ball, and the possession arrow will give it to Fisher Catholic. Here's the replay. As it was blocked by Ian Staten. He got a finger on it, and then he wanted to have some words with Josh Burke. And smartly, Sammy Amna comes in and pushes him away, as these two teams have had plenty of chippiness over the years. And in fact, in that last contest down at Sugar Grove, it got a little chippy. Unger can't get the shot to go, and he's called for the offensive foul. Fisher Catholic basketball, they trail at 50-38, 3:45 to play in the game. Domenico Scott brings it up. Here's Burke at the elbow. Gets it into Tenza, loses control, stolen away by Staten. Nemeth quickly ahead, kicks it over to Unger in the corner. Unger on the drive. From the block, puts it up and in. 19 points for Brock Unger. 52-38, Berne Union. Scott, running jumper up and in. Staten kicks it back out to Amna. Coach McKnight saying, let's pull it out. Let's be patient here. They've been going up and down the floor. They've got a 12-point lead, just under 3 minutes to go in the contest. Unger almost has it stolen away. It's tipped, but Staten recovers. Here's Amna. Hurst being worked on by Scott. They'll get it back to Unger. Skip pass to the opposite corner to Amna. Now Nemeth for three from the elbow, or from the wing, no good. Tenza the rebound. Just over 2 minutes to play in the contest. 52-40, Berne Union leads. Here's Shaw being worked on by Amna. Picks up his dribble, gets it back to Domenico Scott. And a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Coach Brown. It'll be a full timeout. And so it'll be Fisher Catholic basketball coming out of the timeout. Once again, I want to say thanks to our Interphase Video Productions crew tonight. Bob Campetti, Donnie Ziegfeld up here with me. They are on producing and directing, as well as graphics and replays. On cameras tonight, Tom Russo down on the floor. And up in the bleachers, giving you the game action is Will Custer. There he is. Will, a student at Lancaster High School in broadcasting, and has big aspirations in the media field. And talked to him before the game, and much like my son, who's not quite to high school yet, Will wants to be a movie director. So getting some good action tonight on camera. He's been with us as an intern and does a fantastic job. And he's learning from the best with the IVP crew, especially when he's doing camera, learning from the best from that man that's shooting a picture of me, Tom Russo, who, you know, we've seen Tom down on the field at football games looking like a linebacker, not moving, man. He's got that camera. There's guys coming at him, and looks like he wants to take them on. There's Tom. 52-40 is the score, 2:03 to play in the contest. Berne Union has come charging back after being down in the first quarter, 26-4. They now lead at 52-40. Inbound to Kruner. Kruner dishes to the corner to Yeager. Yeager running jumper up and in. Colton Yeager, first points of the game. Back to within 10, just under 2 minutes to play. Here's Staten. Staten had a wide open lane, had it stolen away by Kruner. Here come the Irish. Nick Kruner. Now tied up, will just fire the shot, no good. Friesner the rebound. And Domenico Scott's going to pick up his 5th foul. Scott will foul out with 10 points. He's the second player to foul out tonight. So Ben Shaw will get off the bench to replace Domenico Scott. Friesner, first free throw up and good. First point of the second half for Friesner, but I mentioned it earlier, he's played a good game all around, offensively and defensively. Second one for Friesner, also good. Give him 7 in the game, and they lead it by 12, 54-42. Here's Kruner to Alex Smith. He'll fire up a long 3 and got it off the glass. 54-45. And ball saved inbounds, but Yeager had a foot on the line, and it'll go back to Berne Union. Rockets hold on to a 9-point lead. Here's McAtee Gladley with the basketball. Now Amna. He's trapped. Somehow gets it out of there. Up to David Hurst. Now back to Amna. Under a minute to play. Friesner with the basketball. And he's going to be fouled by Colton Yeager. So Friesner will go to the free throw line. And that's going to be, no, they called it on Ben Shaw. I thought they called it on Smith, but they called it on Shaw. So that's his 5th foul. And Kavanaugh Frank will check into the ball game for Fisher Catholic. So 3 players have fouled out so far for Fisher Catholic. And we're not finished yet. Nick Kruner has 3. And Fisher Catholic in some fouling situations now as they trail it by 9, 54-45. Friesner hits another free throw. He's got the hot hand from the line right now. That's his 3rd in a row. But boosted back up to a 10-point lead. This one's no good, rebounded by Josh Burke. Off the glass and in for Yeager. 55-47, an 8-point lead for Berne Union, and a foul going to be called, I believe, on Yeager or Frank, one or the other. They call it on Yeager. That is his first foul. So to the free throw line is David Hurst. He's 1 for 1 there tonight. First one up and good. Nine players in the scoring column for Berne Union tonight. 6 players for Fisher Catholic. As a second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Yeager. Colton gets it over to Frank. Back to Colton Yeager. He'll fire up the three. Had to change his shot. It's no good. And it'll go back to Berne Union with 23.6 seconds to play in the ball game. Rockets lead it by 9, 56-47. Inbound to Friesner. He's trapped in the corner, and a whistle and a travel. Violation will give the ball back to the Irish. With 21.1 seconds to play. Here's Burke, now Yeager. Nice move, shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound after the tip. This one's up and good. And a quick timeout going to be called by Coach Brown as it's back to within 7 at 56-49. Colton Yeager has come off the bench and scored 6 points, all of those here in this fourth quarter. So the Irish down 56-49, 11.4 seconds to play in the ball game. Right now, Berne Union, after trailing 26-4 at the end of one, have outscored Fisher Catholic 52-23 in the final 3 so far. So Coach Brown calls a timeout as his team will have the basketball after the traveling violation. At this point, you just need a quick bucket and a steal, or a quick bucket and a timeout. Check that, it's Berne Union basketball as Fisher Catholic had just scored and they called a quick timeout. Yeager scored it. And now a whistle and a foul before the ball is even inbound. They call it on Kavanaugh Frank. That's his second foul. I'm not sure the official had even handed the ball to the Berne Union player, but they called an intentional foul. They call an intentional foul on Kavanaugh Frank before the ball was inbounded. And so to the free throw line is Jaden McAtee Gladly. First one is up and no good. Second one also no good, but Berne Union will have the basketball. They lead at 56-49, 11.4 seconds to play in the contest. Inbound comes into Friesner, and he's quickly fouled. I believe they're going to get Yeager. That is who they'll get. That's the second foul on Yeager, and it sends Friesner back to the free throw line. First one up for Friesner and good. Friesner has made them when they count here in this fourth quarter.
Second one up and also good. 58-49, 9-point lead. Alex Smith launches a long three, no good. Rebounded by Berne Union. And the time will run out, and the Rockets will win this one by a final score of 58-49 over Fisher Catholic. In a game that Berne Union trailed 26-4 at the end of the first half, or into the first quarter rather, and they go on a 54-23 run to win this one 58-49. Quickly tally up some final stats here. Let's check final scoring first of all for Fisher Catholic. They had 6 guys in the scoring column. It was Colton Yeager with 6 points. Nick Kruner had 7. Alex Smith had 5. Alex Bronder had 9 points. It was Domenico Scott with 10, and leading the way for the Irish was Josh Burke with 12 points. For Berne Union, they put a lot of guys in that scoring column. It was a well-balanced game for them. It was Louis Stevens with 2. Ian Staten had 1. Nate Nemeth had 3. David Hurst with 3. Jaden McAtee Gladley had 2. Or check that, he had 3. Nate Holman had 2. And then they had 3 guys, or rather check that, Nemeth had 3. It was Hurst with 8. And then 3 guys in double figures for Berne Union. Sammy Amna had 10 points. He had an outstanding second quarter. Bray Friesner came up big in the fourth with 5 consecutive free throws to seal it. He had 10 points. And then leading the way, leading all scorers, Brock Unger with 19 points tonight for Berne Union to lead all scorers. I want to once again thank our athletic directors from these 2 schools. First of all, for Fisher Catholic, Jason Roush, and at Berne Union, Danny Snively. They do a fantastic job. And we want to say thanks also to our Interphase Video Productions crew tonight, Bob Campetti, Donnie Ziegfeld, Tom Russo, and Will Custer. And, of course, we want to thank you for watching tonight on our live streams on YouTube and Facebook Live, both on Interphase Video Productions pages and Fisher Catholic. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's contest. Final score again tonight in the Mid-State League Cardinal. It was the Berne Union Rockets raising their record to 9-7 overall, 7-4 in the league. They beat Fisher Catholic, who drops to 6-5 and 5-3. Final score 58-49. For our entire Interphase Video Productions crew, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Dagger Law, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Buckeye Toyota, the Huddle Tire Company, Park National Bank, and North Body Shop.